From the moment Kael Dorin first set foot in the Jedi Temple, the Force seemed to bend around him, tugging at his every step, whispering secrets no one else could hear. Even as a child, his eyes shimmered with the promise of something more, wisdom and power balanced on a knife's edge. The Jedi Masters watched, cautious yet awed, as Kael's skill outpaced even their most seasoned knights. He moved through the archives like a storm, devouring ancient holocrons, questioning the old tales, always searching for truths hidden beneath the Order's layers of silence. It was during the Battle of Malachor V that Kael's legend truly began. While others hesitated, he strode into the heart of darkness, shielded by a mastery of the Force that left both ally and enemy breathless. Blaster bolts veered away from him, as if unwilling to touch his presence. His lightsaber carved through chaos, but it was his compassion, his refusal to kill needlessly, that set him apart. When the dust settled, Kael emerged unbroken, but changed. The whispers grew louder. The Council, unable to contain their unease, questioned whether such power could ever be tamed. In the aftermath, Kael often wandered the Jedi archives, seeking solace among the silent rows of forgotten knowledge. One night, as the twin moons cast pale light through the stained glass, the shadows shifted. A hidden Sith holocron, untouched for centuries, flickered to life. The darkness within coiled around Kael, seductive and cold. A voice, deeper than night, echoed through the chamber. "They fear your power, because they understand it. The Jedi lie, Kael. The Force is hungry." The holocron's surface reflected an older Kael, eyes burning gold, scars cutting deep across his face. For a moment, he saw not just what he was, but what he might become. The next morning, Kael stormed into the council chambers, his words cut sharper than any blade. "You buried the truth. The Jedi slaughtered entire systems, just like the Sith." The air crackled as Master Vark ignited his saber, fury etched into every line of his face. "You walk a dark path, Dorin." But Kael moved faster than thought, disarming the Master with a flick of the Force, his own saber humming at Windu's throat. He paused, tears glimmering in his eyes. "I won't become what you fear, but I won't obey you either." With a final shattering blow, he destroyed the holocron, scattering its secrets to the winds. Leaving the temple behind, Kael vanished into the stars, alone and unbound. Far from Coruscant's gleaming spires, Kael carved out a life in the shadows of the Outer Rim. On Nar Shaddaa, amid the neon haze and tangled alleys, he wore his past like a tattered cloak. A blaster now hung at his hip, a heresy among Jedi, but a necessity for survival. In a bar thick with the scent of spice and fear, a Deveronian pirate swaggered up, eyes glinting. "Heard the Jedi kicked you out. Maybe we'll sell you to the Hutts." Kael didn't bother to reply. With a mere glance, the pirate lifted from the ground, smashing through the ceiling with a crash that left the room silent. He sipped his drink, voice flat. "Anyone else want to be a Hutt's pet?" None dared answer. But Kael's exile was never simple. In the lawless wastes, he became a legend, the Grey Jedi. He broke the chains of Zygarian slavers, leaving them crippled but alive. He healed a dying village, channeling the Force to mend what blasters had shattered. Then demanded their weapons in payment, a pact forged in necessity. When a Mandalorian clan challenged him, Kael faced them unarmed, defeating their fiercest warriors with nothing but the Force in his wits. He spared their leader, earning a grudging respect. The Mandalorian removed his helmet, voice low with awe. "You fight like a demon, but you mercy like a king. What are you?" Kael turned away, his answer carried on the wind. Free. Years passed, and the Force led Kael to Mortis, a world where time itself unraveled. There, half buried in the jungle, stood a temple that was neither holy Jedi nor Sith. Within its echoing halls, the Bendu awaited, a being beyond light and dark, voice as ancient as the galaxy. The greatest Jedi. And the youngest Sith. "You are both, Kael Dorin." Visions crashed over him, worlds burning under his rule as a Sith Emperor, the galaxy healed at his hands as a Jedi Redeemer, his name fading into legend. At the heart of the temple, two doors loomed. The Jedi door revealed Coruscant in ruins, the Council kneeling, begging him to rule. The Sith door showed him alone on a throne, planets aflame in his wake. Kael stood between them, heart pounding, the weight of destiny on his shoulders. He closed his eyes, feeling the currents of the Force swirl around him. I choose the third path. With a surge of will, he shattered both doors. Behind them, a starfield opened, Jedi and Sith ghosts kneeling before him, their ancient quarrels silenced at last. Kael's legend did not end with a blaze of glory or a fall into darkness. Years later, a young scavenger on Jakku unearthed a lightsaber, its hilt battered and scarred. When it ignited, the blade shone pure green, humming with promise. Across the galaxy, Kael's eyes flashed. Alive, watching, waiting. Some whispered he had died, others that he had become one with the Force itself. But in truth, Kael Dorin stood on a shadowed cliff, his robes now gray, his saber white as starlight. He gazed at the rising sun, a gentle smile on his lips. His journey was not one of conquest or surrender, but of balance, walking the razor's edge between light and dark, forging a new path where none had dared to tread. His story rippled through the stars, a myth for the lost and the hopeful. Was Kael right? Was the gray path a betrayal or the galaxy's salvation? The Force, ever mysterious, offered no answers, only the promise that legends endure and that the choice is always ours.